Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today for my weekly energy show called Foreshadow. Basically, what we're going to do today is we're going to look into what kind of elements are in the energy that we are experiencing now and how we can use all of those energies to work for us instead of against us. Okay, so we are here right almost to the end of the month of Taurus. Okay, the new moon of Gemini actually comes in on Thursday evening, Friday morning. And that's a really, really fun energy. And because of that, I'm starting it off there because I want you to have something really, really exciting to look forward to. Okay. So, what happens with the new moon is when the new moon comes around, we have the opportunity to plant new seeds. We have the opportunity to decide what we want the month ahead to look like. We can decide what we want the next 30 days to look like. And it's when the moon is furthest away from the sun, or furthest away from us. So when it's the furthest away from us, it has the least effect on us. That means that we can utilize all that energy to plant all the seeds. And then as it goes through the phases, it will nurture and nourish all of our manifestations and will bring them to light. Okay, so I'm telling you that because I want you to start preparing now. Usually we show up to the new moon, and when we start at the new moon, it's all about racing to think about what we want to manifest and create for the month, what we want that month to be like, and what we want that month to look like, right? So I'm telling you now because I want to encourage you to really start to think about that now. Look forward to what that energy is going to bring in the month of Gemini. Gemini is an air sign, so it's really light. It's really fun. It's very playful. You'll have the opportunity to do things that I think you've probably been waiting a few months to do, okay? But let's not jump the gun just yet. Let's reel it in and let's, as my dear friend Mia says, land the plane, okay? Because we've got some things that we want to talk about towards the beginning of the week until we get to that new moon on Thursday evening. And just to let everybody know, I will be holding a new moon manifestation meditation, all about the energy of Gemini on Thursday evening here in these platforms that you're streaming from, and that will happen at 7 p.m. Okay. Yeah, Donna, let's land the plane. Okay. So speaking of, Donna's tuning in right now. So speaking of, we have an element that's happening in the moon. The moon is actually in the sign of Aries right now. And Aries is also a very, very fun energy. But when it's in this framework of Taurus, when Taurus is kind of a stuck energy, it's kind of a stagnant energy, all of a sudden the energy of the Aries comes in like a fire, and it comes in like a fire and it blazes down that earth, right? I want you to keep that in mind because that might be how you've felt. It's a bombardment, right? I love this word bombardment. This is something Mia and I were talking about today. It's not just about we overwhelmed. Overwhelmed is a catchphrase. It's a word we hear a lot in what we do, but it really, really, really is beyond that. It's this energy of bombardment. So what do we do when all of a sudden we feel like our forest is being washed away and engulfed by a massive fire? Now, call it coincidence or whatever you want, but this weekend we actually binged almost nonstop because it was so good. We binged Little Fires Everywhere, I think it's called. Little Fires Everywhere with Reese Witherspoon and Kerry Washington. And it was incredible. Incredible. And it was one of those things that I just sat on the edge of my seat the whole time. We didn't want it to end. And it's so funny because after that, I really, really see why I maybe went through the opportunity to witness and watch that show this weekend and then go through some of the things that I've been feeling bombarded about to bring it in. Yeah, Donna says exactly, bombs. It's like bombs. Bombardment is like bombs, bombs, bombs. So that's kind of how it feels right now, guys, right? So let's really, really, really think about what's the best use of that energy for us. How can we make the best of that energy? How can we take that energy and instead of being bombarded by it and becoming a victim to it, we allow it to be something that nourishes us and that nurtures us and that teaches us amazing, amazing, amazing lessons. So let's just really focus in, because if you're feeling the way I'm feeling, you feel that bombardment from all over. So let's first of all just focus in. And I want you to think about what is actually happening to you. What's going on physically in your body when you feel bombarded? What feelings does it bring? Does it bring up anxiety, anxiousness? And what does that do? Does that make your heart beat? Does you feel this tension? Where do you actually feel it in your body? Because that tells us where we're actually holding it. Okay, that tells us so much more about how we can utilize that energy. So I'm going to use myself for an example. So when I feel bombarded, I feel it mostly in my gut. Okay, and my gut, in our gut, our second chakra is the sacral chakra. And that second chakra, by no coincidence, is the chakra of our self, our power, our power. Our self-worth is our solar plexus, but our power is down here. Okay, so if that's where I'm feeling in my body that there is something that's out of whack, something not normal, we'll say, or uncomfortable, that tells me that for me, what happens when I'm feeling bombarded is it feels like I'm losing my power. So think about that in a big picture way. So wait a minute. So what does that mean? It means I'm being bombarded and all these bombs are flying at me, but I'm the one who's losing my power? Yes. The reason that I'm the one who's losing my power is because it's an opportunity for me to see how I use my power to hold on to my power. Where do I put my boundaries up? I see these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful orange hologram, like an energy that you can go through, come and go through, come and go through, but you're not affected by it. How do we apply that to our physical life? When things come along, guys, and throw us off, and when they throw us off, they rattle us, right? They freak us out, they rattle us. And usually our first reaction is to go after it, right? To go after it, to put out the fire, right? To put out the fire, to defend put the bombs away or retaliate against the bombs. But it's the opposite to be true. What we want to do is go in, and we want to remove ourselves from feeling this sense of a loss of my power. And we do so by really, really going within our body and asking ourselves some key questions. First of all, we always want to start with, okay, so why is this happening to me? Why is this coming to me right now? And if you listen carefully, you'll hear, so why is this coming to me today? It's coming to me today because I actually set an intention that this weekend, I was going to have a really relaxing weekend. I was going to be with my friend. I was going to enjoy time. I was going to take care of myself. And then all of a sudden I'm bombarded. So this weekend, what I chose to do is I chose to say, you know what? That doesn't need my energy right now. All of those bombs that are coming at me don't need my energy. They don't need me to defend. They don't need me to keep pushing back. They don't need me to just sit there and take it. And so what I chose to do is I chose to respond cautiously and carefully to each one of those energies that I felt bombarded by. And I said, okay, I'll get to that when I can get to that. For me, that was a boundary, because normally for me, I just jump at it. I jump at it. When I jump at it, all of a sudden I lose my power, because now I'm feeling depleted. Now I'm feeling frustrated. Now I'm feeling like I didn't take care of myself. I didn't nurture myself, right? So allowing the fact that our ego wants to get in the way, to defend all of those things, to take all of them on. But if we put our ego aside for a second and allow the universe to come in and do its work, the work that the universe is going to come in and do is going to be far, far, far greater than we are. So here we have our first tool. Recognize that this situation is for your benefit, right? What can I learn from this benefit? And if it's about putting up your boundaries, how? What is the best way for me to put up my boundaries? You could also be a person who is, this is your go-to. You just ignore people and put them away. What's the opposite of that for you? What lesson do you need to learn? Maybe you need to actually be confrontational, right? Maybe you need to inject some of your more forceful energy. It's looking within us and seeing how we can best align with that energy. How can we best not find ourselves where we feel the dis-ease in our body, but to be present, to really, really be present with what am I learning? What are my lessons? How can I transform this so that I don't have to keep learning the lesson? The minute that we learn and find what that lesson is, then we don't have to keep repeating that cycle over and over and over again. Okay? Over and over and over again. So what I would like for you to do today in our meditation is I'd like for you to kind of think about a place in your life, a situation in your life where you're feeling completely bombarded right now. And remember, that feeling can be emotional, it can be spiritual, it can be physical. You can feel like you're choking or strangling where you're at. Just take a moment to feel where you are at in that energy right now. Where are you feeling bombarded? And first of all, just honor yourself and honor yourself in that space. And recognize it's okay to feel that way. Don't try to push it away. Don't try to ignore it. Honor it's okay to feel that way. And then the next thing we want to do is look inside and see, what is my opportunity? And how can I transform it? So some of you may feel so bombarded that it doesn't feel like there's an opportunity. You might feel so bombarded that you don't even feel like you can remove yourself so you can have some time or space to think. There's always, 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 we can always go in. Always go in. And as long as we keep pulling ourselves in and keep pulling ourselves in and keep pulling ourselves in, and we stay there, then we can be the eye of the hurricane. So the hurricane can be happening around us. But if you're centered in your core and you're focused in on your core, then nothing can break you or shake you. Okay, so there's always a place to go. So recognize, number one, if you feel like you're a little lost, or if you feel like there's no escape, remember you have a choice. You have a choice to go in. So in today's meditation, I want us to focus on where we're feeling bombarded. Where are we feeling bombarded in our life? So just take a second and really pinpoint that to you. I'm actually going to share, I feel a little bombarded with work right now, actually. And it's so funny because I have asked for what I am manifesting and what I am creating right now. I have asked for more clients and students. I have asked for more opportunities, and they've all been given to me. And at this moment, I kind of feel a little bombarded by everything that is happening this week, everything that I will do, everything that I will create. So I want to honor how I feel. I want to honor that I feel bombarded. I want to thank that energy that I am bombarded, right? Because it is an opportunity. And so as I give gratitude, honor my feelings and give gratitude for it, then I can begin to see what I can do differently. What can I do differently? For me, like I said, those boundaries are so important. It is a lesson that I continue to learn. So if I set up those boundaries, I set up that boundary that says, okay, this is Monday. Actually, let's go even micro. This is Sunday night, 8 p.m. This is Monday morning, 9 a.m. And manage just that small part of time. That's an excellent way to grab your boundaries and own your boundaries, is just going into the micro component. So keep organizing those, and then all of a sudden, things will start to get clearer, and things will start to get clearer, and things will start to get clearer. So for me, that's my commitment this week. The last component that we want to add is your commitment. So again, where are you bombarded? What is it? What is it coming to teach you? How is it serving you? Honor it, thank it, and then commit. Okay. I'll actually post those things in the post later. So let's take a second to go in. Let's do our meditation. Let's turn our energy in, like we said. And for today's meditation, we usually always start in the heart. But you know what? I want to start in our second chakra, 2 inches below the belly button, 3 inches inside. So begin to shift your focus 2 inches inside. Okay. For those of you who are just joining us, we're talking about what it feels like to be bombarded and how to handle that energy of being bombarded and allow it to work for us instead of against us. So focus inside. Feel your belly button. You can actually take your hands and put them over your belly button. Now I want you to imagine that there's this beautiful bright light there in your second chakra. And as we take our 3 deep breaths, we're going to breathe into that space. I want you to feel your belly expanding, okay? In through the nose and out through the mouth. Feel your belly expanding. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And one more. In through the nose and out through the mouth. That already feels better. What a gift breathing is. So as we begin to relax into this space and into this moment, let's focus our energy in that beautiful, beautiful ball of light that feels like the sun, 2 inches below the belly button, 2 inches inside. And as you focus your attention to that belly, to that ball of light, I want you to imagine it growing. And as it grows, it becomes brighter and brighter and brighter, and warmer and warmer and warmer. And as it does so, you feel your body kind of melting away, your physical body just kind of melting into this energy. Keep breathing. But as that ball of light expands, it's going to expand outside of you, now encapsulating all of you from the top of your head to the tip of your toes. We want to keep expanding that energy into the chair that you're sitting in, into the room that you're in, into the house or the apartment, into the building, expanding out further until you're in the neighborhood that you're in. Remember, we're just atoms and molecules floating in space, so as we expand and become one with everything we expand into. So now let's expand out further and further and further and expand out into the state that we're in, the country, and the bodies of water that are around it. And let's expand further and further and further, taking in different continents, different bodies of light, different bodies of water, until all of a sudden our entire ball of light becomes one with the whole world. We can feel our connection to every living thing on this planet. We can offer it gratitude. And we can allow our ball of light to expand out past the globe, into outer space, out past planets and galaxies, in the Milky Way, and keep going further and further and further with your ball of light, expanding out now to the outer reaches of the physical world, into the spiritual dimensions, passing through different layers of light, some dark. Keep expanding out until you come to a golden-like layer. Expand out past the golden-like layer until you come to a jelly-like substance layer that feels like liquid. Keep pushing though, push through the jelly-like substance layer. Further and further and further until you come to a pink haze, which is the law of compassion. And this law of compassion, you allow it to propel you forward into the seventh plane of all that is the plane of creation. You can feel this tingling like sensation all over your body as you feel your energy just kind of melting into it. Your ball of light opening up and becoming one with every single atom and molecule in the entire world, in the entire universe. Remember that energy is not destroyed or created. It just takes a different form. The same energy that exists here in the moment, in the present, is the same energy that has existed since the beginning. Feel that sense of power, of responsibility, of possibility. Feel that energy really, really, really aligning with who you are. And as you expand out, further taking on all of those atoms and molecules, I just want you to stay here and rest in this light. You may feel a tingling like sensation all over your body now. Allow that healing to take place. Allow that energy to just restore you. This is the activation of the pineal gland. So while you're there, I'm going to ask to create some downloads for you that you can begin to call into your life and manifest right now. Now, in order for you to feel and witness these, all you have to do is say yes if you want to receive them, okay? And if you don't, that's fine too. And you don't have to say it out loud, you can just say it in your mind's eye. You know, the first thing that's coming up is freedom. I see many of you, many of us feeling like caged animals, and we're feeling this sense of a lack of freedom. So can we first of all begin by downloading you with what it feels like to know the Creator's definition and perspective of freedom? Would you like to be open to new ways of feeling what it feels like to know freedom and to know that your freedom already exists right here and right now? And that even though it feels like the universe or the governments or the situation that we're in is the one that's keeping you locked inside or keeping you caged up, you still have freedom. You have freedom with what you're going to do with that energy, with that time, and with that space. Would you like to know how to use that energy and to use that power in the highest and best and easiest way so that you can manifest it in all of your greatness and all of your potential? If you'd like that, say yes. So I also understand that this brings up some resistance. And as it brings up some resistance, we want to ask you if you'd like to learn what it feels like to let go into that energy and trust that energy to carry you to the next place. If you would like that, say yes. So somebody is saying, I hear somebody's energy is like, no, that makes me lazy. No, that doesn't make you lazy. It allows for you to refine and recalibrate, redefine, recalibrate with what it means for you to be productive. So would you like to know the Creator's definition, highest definition and perspective of what it feels like to be productive, and that you know how to be productive, and that it's safe for you to be productive, and that by you being productive, you are standing in all of your energy. You are standing in all of your power. Would you like to know how to let go of this need to control things, to make things work your way? Would you like to know that there is a divine plan in order and everything is actually working out great? All you have to do is grab hold of that energy and just ride with that energy. Would you like to know how to let go and relax into that energy and trust that that energy will take you where it needs to go? Would you like to know the Creator's definition and perspective of what it feels like to have trust in your life, to trust those around you? to trust the world, to trust that you're exactly where you're meant to be for the moment. Would you like to know that it's possible to trust and that it's safe for you to trust yourself? Would you like to know how to have self respect? So, there's something also coming up about self respect, right? And that how self respect plays into this big paradigm for us. And this paradigm for you of having self respect is also knowing your purpose, or feeling like you can be open to being shown what your purpose is. Some of you may not know what your purpose is anymore. Would you like to be open to discovering and feeling what that purpose is and how you can align with that purpose? If you would like that, say yes. Would you like to know that you have a purpose? Many of you are feeling you don't even know if you have a purpose anymore. So, would you like to know that you do have a purpose? Would you like to know that it's safe for you to find that purpose and that you can take as long as you need? There's no race, guys. Be compassionate with yourself. Take care of yourself. Interesting. That's a natural segue into this energy of balance. Would you like to know how to have balance in your life and have balance in the relationships in your life? Would you like to have something about priorities? Would you like to know how to have priorities with your boundaries? Feels like with a bombardment, it feels like it's all at once. So, would you like to know how to have priorities and that you are worthy of having priorities and that it's safe for you to have priorities? And that by you prioritizing what you need to prioritize, you don't neglect anything. You just own it. You bring it on. You allow those priorities to take precedence in your life. Would you like to know how to put yourself as the number one priority? And that by putting yourself as the number one priority, that doesn't mean that you are selfish. It doesn't mean that you have a huge ego. It means that you are taking care of and fostering and nurturing that light that is within you. And that, my friends, is what is unbreakable and unshakable. And that is where we go when it feels like there is no place else to go. We go to that place. Would you like to know how to love and live in that space of nurturing and taking care of yourself? And would you like to know that in every cell of your body that the best way for you to handle others and the best way for you to handle the world around you is through taking care of yourself first? If you would like that, say yes. Would you like to remove, we're actually going to remove a belief. Would you like to remove this belief that you're waiting for the other shoe to drop, right? It's like, I'm waiting for the other shoe. Things can't be too good or too this or too that because the other shoe is going to drop. So, would you like to know how to live presently and in the moment without having to always prepare yourself for, let's just use the term combat since we're talking about bombs and bombardment. It feels like it's hard for you to live in the present because you're always anticipating. Even if something is good, something is feeling great, something right now in the moment is awesome, there's always that nagging voice behind you that's like, don't enjoy it too much because the other shoe is about to drop. So would you like to release yourself from that voice? Because what that's teaching you is that's teaching you to be prepared. So would you like to know that you're already prepared and that the best preparation for you in every step of your life is to be present and to be happy and to find that fulfillment, even though it might not be there, that we know how to choose it? Would you like to know how to choose those things? Would you like to release yourself from this obligation of having to have that other shoe drop to teach you to be prepared? That's it, guys. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like, what we call a bottom belief today. Put down your arms, they say. Put down your arms. There's nothing you have to fight for. Just allow yourself to be. Find yourself in that space right now. Would you like to know what it feels like to be? And that you are enough, you are complete, and you are whole right now. If you want to know in every cell of your body how to sustain that, how to allow yourself to take this energy into the next moment, please say yes. Beautiful, my friends. Amazing work today. What I'd like to do is I would like to download and finish you off with a download of unconditional love. That you know how to have unconditional love in every cell of your body. And that it's safe for you to have unconditional love in your life. You deserve it and you're worthy of it. So now let's take a second to witness. Let's witness all of these downloads being actualized in our physical plane. Who are you? What are you doing? Where are you going? Who is in your life? Now that you've aligned with these vibrations, you can see fully why maybe you've been bombarded recently or feeling bombarded right now. But now you can release yourself from that feeling of being bombarded because you've now learned the lessons. Now feel into your body. And that space that we started off with today when I said feel into your body and tell me where you feel that bombardment. Do you still feel that tension or that pain in that area? I know for me I don't. So that indicates that I've released that energy. And so for you, if you have released that energy, allow it to be. And if you haven't released it, that's okay too. That's okay too. Remember, we're just going to take it one step further and go deeper and deeper and deeper. Okay? And as we do this, I just want us to take our hands and put our hands together in prayer position and begin to rub your hands fast. Fast, 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 fast. Seeing all this energy materializing and actualizing here in the physical space and the physical universe. As you feel it coming here into the now, into the present, you can wiggle your toes. Remember, we are here, we are present, we are now. Faster and faster and faster, 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 faster. And then put your hands over your eyes. As you put your hands over your eyes, you can now know that the eyes are the windows to the soul. And so from this place with your hands across over your eyes, open your eyes and allow your soul, your physical soul, to feel this heat radiating through your palms, this healing. And then what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to take your hands and put them on your heart. And let's take our left hand and put it on our heart, our right hand and put it on our belly. Okay? Thank yourself for showing up today. Recognize that you already put up a boundary to bombardment and you said, you know what? I'm going to show up. I'm going to show up for me. I'm going to show up to take care of myself so I can take care of others. And that is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing, my friends. So one thing came to me in the meditation, I have used this metaphor of going in, going in, going in when it's challenging, but I know that may feel a little bit harder to actually do. So I want to give you this metaphor that really, really blew me away. I actually heard it from David Lynch, who really is kind of a pioneer in bringing transcendental meditation to the forefront. Now, I don't do TM. I have many friends that do, and they say it's wonderful. It's just not something I've done yet. However, with that being said, what I want to give you is this metaphor that David Lynch uses. He says, imagine on the surface of the ocean, it's chaotic, right? imagine there's waves and it's crashing. Maybe there's even a thunderstorm and it's, really, really, really crazy, 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 crazy. But when you go right below that surface, it's still a little crazy. You can still feel it. You can still feel it. You can still feel it. But the further down you go, the more quiet and the more peaceful it is. And the further down you go, and the further down you go, and the further down you go, until you go all the way down where it's still happening. There's still chaos on the ocean level, on the ocean level. There's still chaos there, but you are now impervious to it. You don't know, you don't have to be a part of it. And so that's what he was offering. He offers that we just want to use that visual to go down and go deep and go inside when there's all this chaos around you. Okay? So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I do have a few announcements. So the meditation that we did today is called a theta healing meditation. Okay? Theta healing is a modality that was created by Vienna Steibel. I am fortunate enough, this modality changed my life, completely changed my life in such a way that it really opened up a completely new career path for me. And so I have gone on a journey of becoming, this is my practice, but it's also my business. It's what I do. It's people come to me, I have clients, I've built a practice myself. And then I'm also a teacher. I had the opportunity to train, and I have studied with Vienna, I've studied with her son, and I've had the opportunity to really, really now teach. And I'm really excited to share that. I will be teaching an online basic theta healing class. I'm going to post it on the Facebook feed. And for those of you at home on Instagram, you can go to my Instagram feed. You'll find it there. Okay. So the basic DNA course will be taught online, and that is this weekend, May 22nd, 23rd, and 24th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Okay. And it'll happen on Zoom. And if you want to learn a little bit more about theta healing, you can definitely visit thetahealing.com. And Vienna there's many resources as to what theta healing is and how you can do it. And again, I open it up to you. If you have any questions or if you would like to ask me, by all means, please send me a text, send me an email, whatever you'd like. And I am more than happy to help. If you want to register for the class, you can just go ahead and email me. My email address is daniel@theprovocativeintuitive.com. That's daniel@theprovocativeintuitive.com. So as you can email me and we'll get you set up. Okay. I look forward to seeing you. My friends, have an amazing, 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 amazing week. Please, please, please come back on Thursday evening for the new moon meditation and manifestation. It's going to be huge. It's amazing energy. We want to collectively contribute all of our energy to that. So again, thank you so, so much. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Again, those of you who are looking for some amazing, amazing entertainment, go watch Little Fires Everywhere. It was so good on Hulu. Okay? Have a great day. I love you all. I am with you. We're all in this together, and we are going to rise, and we're going to be better than ever before. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend and an amazing week. Bye-bye.